Hello everybody, and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Rogue Trader, and we are going to work with Winterscale today. See what else we have to do here on Teamer. What is it called? Something Teamer? Quetzalteamer. Are you finished with all of your high society errands in the Grok's pen? Analog Vernacular, the forest has calmed down, but now I am starting to lose my patience. Alright, let's go seek some Eldari. And then we're probably going to betray you, but hey, that's neither here nor there. It's about time indeed, Vernacular. Caligos gives you a friendly pat on the shoulder and summons his retinue with gesture. It may take a while to find their trail, but Wharton here has a keen eye and his sense of smell can rival any old dog. We will do just fine, especially with the forest being on our side now. Let's go and try not to fall behind. Dude, he's so pompous. I won't even feel bad if I have to kill him. There is a possibility that we have convinced him to side with us a little bit, but I don't know if Wharton will, too. But I think chances are we're gonna have to kill this guy. Okay, so we got Wharton, we got Caligos here. Okay, what are we looking at? Can't go over there. Ooh, only 60%, huh?
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, well, we have to try it. There you go, Argenta. Resonance. Have we seen that one before? Does direct damage. Okay. Okay, can't go in there.
Let us not dawdle.
An Eldari Guardian. A stately Eldari warrior steps forward and calmly looking at the intruders. His armor and his adornments gleam in the sun despite the traces of dried mud and caked blood. The Farseers instructed me to send you away, monkey. The smooth voice of the Xeno sounds out of place in the rough wilderness of Quetzalteamer. However, I recently stopped meekly heeding their counsel, and besides, there is my sister among you. I am curious what the outcast message is. Okay, good. I was starting to get worried that we might have been bugged with, her quest. But that doesn't seem to be the case. They're addressing the fact that she's with us here yet. Yeah, okay. Alright, Nocturne of Oblivion. Oh, he's one of those jester people. They have a specific name. I already forgot what it is, though. Vain rhetoric, a masterful display. Your temper, brother mine, you ought to quell. Bravado has no place within this play. Indeed, the merchants proved this all too well. This actor excellent who did alight upon the stage now will this piece complete by choosing a finale apposite. Who shall survive and who their doom shall meet? Nocturne of Oblivion's mournful horn mask avidly tracks your face. This isn't the same one we met, was it? Was his name Nocturne of Oblivion? Man, it's been so long that I don't even remember. Okay, so he avidly tracks your face. It is difficult to say with certainty, however, you are of the opinion that Nocturne of Oblivion's disposition towards you is better than that of his kin. Okay, I think he is the same one then. I do not know about you, Analog Vernacular, but these Xenos bastards are giving me the creeps. Caligos shifts his excited gaze from the Eldari warrior to the solitaire and back. This one in the dappled motley. I want to kill him. Right now. Wharton the Grey bares his teeth in anticipation and clutches the hilt of his sword. Let's see. Let's examine their camp. The Xenos made their camp among the ruins of an ancient city of the Imperium. Only the alien growths of the Xenotech and the wreckage of the Eldari ship disturbed the picture of centuries-old devastation and rebirth. Awareness succeeded. Despite the demonstrative ease, most Xenos are pushing themselves to their limit. They are exhausted, nervous, and frightened. Even if they hide it well, this may have eluded your companions, but not you. Okay. And we're supposed to... These are Eldari that are from her Craftworld, right? Earliettes? Well, Nocturne of Oblivion, it has certainly been a while. What are you doing here? The Solitaire bows theatrically. Decision consequences. It is difficult to say. Okay, same thing. Gotcha. With embers glowing cupped in my two hands, I bear them through the deluge to the hearth. With embers glowing cupped in my two hands, okay, I bear them through the deluge to the hearth. So he's guiding them. We failed a logic test, unfortunately. The Harlequin is being his usual self. His answers only leaves you with more questions that are just as pointless to ask as the previous ones. Let's see. I am here to resolve this conflict peacefully. A tapestry complex is piece, and one that many threads demands for warp and weft. For this design, 3 wheels together spun, its greed will sate in hands of weaver deft. The gruesome scars of past distrust bewailed, with compact subtle gauze, shall now be veiled. Playing with your prey like a cat? Fine, new blood, you are still young. Just remember that patience is not my strongest suit. The Eldari watches Caligos closely. After everything Elentok has done for my people, I am willing to answer his questions, but you better not make any sudden moves, Monkey. Okay. The warrior looks at you tiredly. We did not attack this world, Elentok. The last of Krudarok's children assembled once more to scour the Master of Flesh, Tervancius. Alright, hold on. The last of Krudarok's children assembled once more to scour the Master of Flesh, Tervancius, from the memory of the universe. So they were after Tervancius. Okay. The homunculus who abducted and tortured the Farseers from our Craftworld. We learn that he is hiding in this world. Really. But something prevents our Farseers from discovering his lair, and so we were forced to act decisively. Honestly, he's like a worse enemy even to Caligos than the Eldari would be, right? So I wonder if we can convince Caligos, enemy of my enemy is my friend? Maybe? The Kamara Master of Flesh is here. Irlia ignores the veiled confession and inhales hungrily, doing her best to remain calm. We must destroy him. Oh, I hope we can. I hate that guy. This is what we are here for, outcast. Stretch out your hand, grasp the spear of vengeance together with us, and plunge it into the dark heart of the Architect of Torment. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I should bring that up. We told Yurliet about this, right? Did we? I mean, she kind of found out because she saw the crystal in our bed chambers, right? Or in our office. Man, we don't have all that many options here, actually. You call purging an entire world a decisive action? Our Farseers, those whom we managed to save, could not name the exact location of the Flesh Sculptor. Even after our ships had circled the world for a third time, something prevented them from seeing the truth. Something powerful. We knew your patrols would soon discover our presence, and so we decided to do something else. To exterminate the homunculus alongside the world he had chosen as his refuge. The Eldari shrugs vaguely. The Monkey are flooding the galaxy at the speed of a meteor shower, and this world will repopulate eventually. Is a single world not worth eliminating a powerful enemy who threatens hundreds of such worlds, both yours and those of my kin? It's something that we do often in this universe, actually. Like, literally we purge entire worlds. Quite often, so like this is not unheard of. This is definitely one of the means to an end that is used all of the time here. Winterscale meaningfully raises an eyebrow. And you still deem him worthy of conversation? Let's talk to Yurliet. I'm actually bothered that she's not talking more. Yurliet's gaze wanders from Caligos to the Solitaire, from the Solitaire to the Eldari warrior, and back again. An outcast among her kin and strangers alike. A sorrowful burden that not all can bear. I mean, I hope that this doesn't imply that we're, like, not wanting to save them. I just actually want to know her opinion. Do you still think your kin is worth saving? I never doubted it, Elentok. To you, the deeds of my kin may appear cruel or even criminal. but spending enough time among the Monkey granted me clarity of vision. Sometimes you treat your own kind even worse in pursuit of baser goals or personal gain. Irliet proudly squares her shoulders. She's not wrong. But just because everyone sucks doesn't mean we always have to suck, but, you know. This is a nasty world. Nasty universe, I should say. The homunculus is a threat to both our species, Elentok. You know well what his dark heart and perverted mind are capable of. Valancius must be destroyed, and my kinsman took on the role of the vengeful blade. I actually agree with her on that. Okay, address the Eldari. The warrior stands motionless, only occasionally casting a worried glance at the solitaire. Tell me about the homunculus. Where is he? I will not say a word until you let my kin depart from this world. The warrior squares his shoulders, but whether out of fatigue or to make his words more impactful is hard to say. You lost your world and are now depriving the others of theirs out of vengeance. Why do you think you are different? How dare you compare a dragon to a lizard? Starlight to the dim glow of guttering candle? There is fury in the Eldari's eyes as well as doubt. Make no mistake about your inferior species. A single child of a Saurian is worth thousands of your kind. It's a really bad tactic to use right now, bro, but you do you. Lay down your weapons and no. Examine the camp. Let's talk to Caligos. The board Caligos Winterscale is gone without a trace. The rogue trader is closely studying the potential battlefield, his enemies, and the heads of future trophies. Should we see about this one, number 1? I do not support the methods of the Xenos, but I understand their motives. Perhaps they could pay you compensation. The Eldari warrior considers your words. We lost the treasures of Krudarok, but the memory of the far seers holds knowledge, the value of which is difficult to describe in the monkey's primitive tongue. If this helps to avoid bloodshed here as well as later, I am willing to make an agreement. Okay. We have a unique relationship with the Xenos known as the Eldari. I exact my compensation in blood, vernacular, Caligos sneers. You would be wise to remember that too. Okay. I don't think he's gonna go for this, but let's do it. Caligos, you should not kill the Eldari. What? Why? Taken aback by your statement, Winterscale lowers his power axe for a moment. Okay, I wonder if our earlier, persuasion stuff allowed this to happen. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna be pretty good at most of these, I feel like. So commerce was the one we're the worst at. We can whisper a lie. This one I don't actually, like... I get it's 100%, but I don't know if that would actually work on him. I don't know if I want to throw it on a 70%. Although this is the option I like the most. Should I try it? It's our lowest percentage, but it's the option I like the most for, like, RP, you know? Oh, I hope I don't regret this. You no longer see profit beyond the thrill of the hunt. You and the Xenos can help one another. Okay, we got it. Oh, that was a... Yeah, okay. I was nervous. There has been less prey in the Expanse after your arrival, New Blood. If the Xenos hold useful information about the distant stars, this is a reason to consider your offer. Throne take you. And all misfortunes in the galaxy along with it. Winterscale gives you a clap on the shoulder. The expression on his face is mysterious and almost sad. I must confess that all this dismal talk gave me a migraine and made my old wounds ache. So, you want to save those Xenos? Suit yourself. By my grace, I entrust you with the lives of the enemies of humanity. Have fun. We will be heading back now. What kind of hunting is it when the prey does not even struggle in your grasp? I'm disappointed. Caligos flashes a provoking grin. And don't you think I am going to forget about your words and promises, vernacular. We will get back to it later. I mean, have we made promises? I'm trying to remember. Did we make a promise in the last episode? I think we kind of did. I don't remember what exactly it was, but... Yurliet brushes a strand of fiery hair from her forehead and nods appreciatively. I know how difficult it is to go against the will of your kin, and yet I cannot hide my joy that we both lived through this moment, and came up with a tale to tell. After all the suffering that the Monkey have inflicted upon the children of Krudarok, after all the punishment we've inflicted upon this world, my heart remains troubled knowing that we have tempered our grudges for a while, and have parted without a fight today. However, I dare not complain, for my kin the hour of triumph has arrived at last. Once the master of the flesh is no more, we can go to the edge of this stellar expanse, away from the gaze of Monkey, and peacefully wait for the arrival of our allies from distant stars. What are you talking about, Sharankai? Yurliet stares intensely into the eyes of the Eldari warrior, but his gaze remains steady and calm, so there's more of him out there. What kin? Outcast Yurliet, I have some good news for you. Our Farseers managed to contact the children of the Craftworld, Elatok, and soon your fellow outcasts will visit the part of the galaxy called the Expanse by the Monkey. They will take us away, give us a new home, and... Shiren K keeps his gaze upon you, wondering if he should continue. Is that what an adherent of the Path of the Warrior wishes to tell me? Were these words meant to comfort my heart? Yurliet's words ring with contempt and desperation. Oh, Asurian, your children once again seek to appease their pride by sending their kin to the Monkey worlds for slaughter. The Farseers' mistakes doomed Krudarok. Let's see. The Farseers' mistakes doomed Krudarok, Sharankai, and their excessive cruelty and thirst for vengeance almost ruined those of us who managed to survive against all odds, inside the void between the alien stars. You know it just as well as I do, but you keep doing their bidding. Oh, Shiren K. You could take the webway. I'm pretty sure I've pronounced this differently every single time I've said it. Get used to it. You could take the webway gate and go away from the dangers and tribulations of the Expanse, but you have chosen to stay here instead. You are dying. You are feuding with the Monkey. Have the children of Asurians spilt not enough blood? Have been losing our home not enough? Why do you wish to expose even more of your kin to mortal peril? Shiren K's iron will falters under Yurliet's relentless pressure. It is too late to change anything. The deed is done. The will is honored. The outcasts from Elatok will come to the local stars, and we will leave alongside them, sister. Yeah, I don't like the sound of this. Are you saying that there is another Eldari Craftworld heading into the Expanse? May Asurian save us from this woe. Shiren K folds his arms on his chest in a graceful gesture, but the horror is obvious on his face. No, I will not allow another world to perish at the hands of the Monkey, even if it means forsaking my soul. And I am not going to reveal all the secrets of my kind to you, Elentok. You may have helped us in the hour of need, but I trusted you at the outcast's behest. But I will say this, the warriors of Elatok will arrive at your stars. This is an unalterable truth. I did not sign up for yet another war against the Xenos in the Expanse. Recall your kinsmen. Our Farseers paid an insurmountable price to contact the Craftworld located billions of stars away from here. Many of them perished to give the survivors an opportunity to be rescued, and I will not jeopardize the lives of those who yet remain. So wait, it sounds like they're coming to rescue them. But if they just come and go, it's not that much of a big deal, right? But it sounds like they want to do some damage on their way out. Is that what I'm supposed to understand here? They want to fight? Or is it just the fact that them coming in is going to force a fight no matter what, because obviously that's going to cause issues? Maybe it's that? I don't know. Yurliet, are you going to leave me and escape with the rest of the outcasts? Is that what worries you now, Elentok? Yurliet gives you a disapproving look. I may leave the Expanse someday, but the only thing you should be concerned about right now is how to appease the wrath of my people. It will take the warriors of Elatok many years to discover the webway gate capable of bringing their strike force into the Expanse. Perhaps you will be too old by then, and on your deathbed you will hear the tidings of the children of Asurian coming to exact their vengeance. For some reason your words bring a faint smile to Yurliet's lips. Worry not, Elentok. It is my turn to rescue you and your people. Rescue me? How? Nocturne of Oblivion. Like a forgotten shadow, the solitaire steps into the light and leans forward with interest. A spectator watching the culmination of an exciting performance. During the exile, I met many companions who temporarily joined me in my endless travels. Irliet closes her eyes. One such companion was a fellow outcast who had already completed many paths. It was he who told me about the Ritual of Unity, an exciting opportunity for one's spirit to reach out and touch the infinity circuit of the Craftworld familiar to the Farseers who perform it. Shiren K said that the Krudarok Farseers have already contacted Eilitak. This means I can too. Has the darkness of space driven you mad during the exile, sister? Shiren K recoils from Irlia as if from the scorching flame. Not even the ones walking the path of the seer with all their power risk joining the souls of the ancestors inside the circuit. They are wise and know that the ritual is perilous for the soul. Your chances of success are simply negligible. You would die before you achieved anything, and even if you would not, ask yourself fairly, why should the ancestors listen to a simple outcast? Like you said, Eilitak is a world of my fellow outcasts. They are not going to hurt me on purpose, and this is giving wings to my hope. Look me in the eye, Shiren K. Do you wish to end the suffering of our kinsmen? I can see the reply in your heart. You must accept it and help me. Though Irliet's words are addressed to her kin, she is watching your reaction closely. I'm gonna let her handle it. Let Irliet handle it on her own. Sometimes you just need to shut your damn mouth, you know? Unless the warriors of Eilitak arrive in this part of the galaxy, the sons and daughters of Krudarok are going to perish among the worlds of the Monkey. Is this the fate that you wish for us? We will have to find another way. I understand that it is not easy for those who have lived all their lives sheltered within a craft world to accept that sometimes life leads us down different paths. But the path that you and the Farseers have chosen only leads to more pain. Yeah, do we just keep going down this? Let her handle this? I mean, I am a little bit worried that this could actually, like, hurt her in some way. Ooh, this is tough. Oh, man. Okay. So she wants to contact them to tell them not to come, essentially, right? But it could be incredibly dangerous for her. The alternative is that somewhere down the line, could be soon, could be a really, really long time from now, this world is going to come, or this craft world is going to show up and cause havoc. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think we just let her handle it on her own. I did everything I could, Shiren K. You know what you should do. The solitaire does not intervene, but shifts his gaze to Shiren K as if expecting to hear the last line of the play before the curtain falls. May Asurian forgive his children. Shiren K sighs and gestures to a few of his warriors. Fetch the Farseers. Tell them the outcast wishes to perform the ritual. We will wait for them here. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm really, really nervous. Like, I'm not doing a lot of, like, save scumming. Like, obviously I'll, like, reload when I need to and shit, but if we, like, were to lose Irliet or something, I would reload that. Alright, the strange energy that permeated the clearing where the paths of humans and Eldari happened to cross is gradually dissipating. All eyes turn to Irliet, the Eldari who managed to survive the deadly ritual and woke up looking thoughtful and enlightened. Okay, so it worked? Have you survived? Asurian showed you mercy, outcast. And so did our ancestors from the Infinity Circuit. Tell me, sister, what was their answer? I am tired of the Farseer's blindness and my kinsman's hatred, Shiren K. Who is talking right now? All of the choices of our people led only to suffering and the loss of our loved ones. I no longer wish to be an accomplice to somebody else's hatred, and pay for the mistakes of the ones who were supposed to guide us towards the light but led us into oblivion. Yurliet glares at the nearby Farseer. So is this Yurliet speaking? It doesn't even say. That's kind of frustrating, actually. Okay. I don't know who was talking there. I convinced my kin to divert the river of their anger. The outcasts' cohorts will arrive into the expanse unseen and unheard, but not for the sake of war. They will find and take away those who remain, the last sons and daughters of Cruderach, and then they will leave the Monkey stars without a trace, forever. Okay, this is good. The angry Farseers try to object, but Shiren K gently interrupts them. Brothers and sisters would not dare ask you for more, Yurliet. I understand your choice, even though my spirit cannot fully accept it. Yurliet, are you alright? This Eldari sorcery looked dangerous. I am fine, Elentok. A gracious look and a slight smile underscore Yurliet's words. Thanks to you, I have finally reached the end of my path. This path. And I am grateful I had you to walk alongside me. Alright, I think her side quest might be done with this. So what is happening now? After the Master of Flesh has been dealt with, Shiren K sighs tiredly, a faint shadow of a smile gracing his face. We will go home as soon as possible. Okay. I would not mind cooperating in the future. If our paths cross again someday, we will begin our conversation by greeting one another, and not unsheathing our blades. Shiren K ponders something. Your time in this world is too short to hope for it. But I will remember our promise, Elentok. Okay. Very cool. And you still hope to find the homunculus? The Eldari produces an unknown Xeno device. The Farseers could not divine where the Master of Flesh makes his lair, for an unknown force is hiding him from the penetrating gaze of the Wise Ones. The children of Asurian have never encountered anything like this before. Having circled the world several times and having failed in our search, we ventured to unleash the pent-up fury on the planet, in hopes we would be graced with a fortunate accident. Alas, the fate of the Master of Flesh remained unchanged. The Farseers could feel the beating of his black heart, but were powerless to do anything. This is when our rangers began to deduce the coordinates of his lair based on the readings of the Wise Ones, and the lands untouched by the fired weapons, and they would have succeeded if the Monkey had not attacked our fleet. The Eldari device thrums, and a holographic projection of the world with several marked coordinates appears in his palm. I will share the information I have gathered, for I hope that even a Master of Flesh will not be able to elude two pursuers at once. Okay, cool. I don't care to ask for a reward, honestly. Yurliet, will you not stay with your kinsman? I would be lying if I said I had not thought about it, but you were helping me and my kin this entire time to the best of your ability. Should I not repay you in kind, Elentok? I will not stand in your way if you genuinely wish to stay with your kinsman. She cocks her head pensively. I think I will return to them someday, but our paths are too tightly interwoven to cut them off right now. Okay. Alright, let's track down this homunculus. I want to kill him so badly. We will search the part of the world where the local star sets down. You should go where the star awakens. Good hunting to you. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Alright. Ooh, looks like we got a level up too. Okay, so this one's a medium armor. Reduces incoming damage by 45%. The wearer's chances to suffer a critical hit are reduced. Base armor property plus 15% armor if the wearer's willpower is more than 70. Whoops, I should have, there's this one, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Dodge is at 95, armor at 35. 70 and 60. I don't know which one is better. We do lose quite a bit of dodge, but it's still relatively high. And we get more armor. Should we try this one? Let's try it for a little while, see how it goes. We may go back to this, but we'll see. Okay. So you've got a fusion gun in your second one. Two-handed ranged weapon, a laser gun. 28 to 42, that's quite the spread. When this weapon hits, the target must pass a toughness test with a minus 35 penalty or become blinded. We'll try it.
Is there money to be made?
We don't find Eldari equipment all that often, all things considered. So we should give it a try. Alright, is this the direction we came from? A dirt-covered Vox. You know, Stanzo, I miss the times when fire cultivators were only used for working in the fields. Back then I thought, by the throne, damn that forest. Can't take your eyes off it for a tick, or else it'd mess with production. But nowadays, the damned forest is the only thing that can defend people. Who would have guessed? And we, the Silvarius, are the only ones who can pass through it. If we have our fire cultivator intact, that is. I did hear, though, that one of the astropaths managed to lead a group of 50 people through the brush, but nobody has heard from them since. The enemies of humanity got them, didn't they? Come meet us halfway. I'm leading a new group, and the Prometheum and the cultivator is running out. Okay, this is where we came up.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Just in case there's some kind of hidden
The
item.
whispers told
Exactly.
me a secret.
That's exactly what I was looking for. Awesome. Alright, another medium. A camo cloak. While the wearer is adjacent to full cover, their dodge chance is calculated without considering enemies' perception value. It's kind of cool. Yeah, this might be better. 15% armor if the wearer's agility is more than 80. And world property plus 15 agility. What is your agility? It's definitely not 80, so you wouldn't get that bonus. So do we take the reduced damage from critical hits? Your willpower is also low, so you're not getting a bonus from that either. We would still get a bonus of agility of 15, so that initiative and dodge, that's not bad. Yeah. A little bit better dodge and armor. I think that's pretty good. Looking good, girl. Alright, cool. For a settlement or to the shuttle? Go to the shuttle. I don't know what that was. Yeah, we looked at all that stuff on our way in. Oh man, it's been months since I've had to do a level up in this game. I'm actually a little bit nervous. I can't remember all the intricacies of the builds we were working on and stuff. I remember the broad strokes, I think. I also think I still have a bunch of stuff starred that should help us, so... Alright, let's make a quick hard save. Alright, so where are we at? Choose a first tier archetype ability. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's right. We're in the tree that, like, combines things from our first two archetypes. This ability can only target allies who have enemies adjacent to them until the start of the officer's next turn. All melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage. Okay, so that only helps people who do melee. Get back in the fight, the officer encourages an ally who immediately recovers from burning, bleeding, toxin, and stunned effects. That wouldn't be a bad one, just as kind of like a support thing that doesn't require an item to get rid of. The officer immediately grants an ally additional MP equal to the fellowship bonus. The target can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measures during this extra turn. Okay. If they're under voice of command, it ignores attack of opportunities until the end of the officer's turn. I'm gonna get back in the fight. So, with this one, if the target is under the effective voice of command, they also gain a bonus of temporary wounds. Cool. Okay, choose a skill. Okay. Which one? Let's see. I think we were doing tech use on Yearliette, right? She was the one that we were trying to build into tech use. That was something that we were kind of missing. Okay, our persuasion does pretty damn well already. Commerce is kind of our lower one out of the ones that we use for persuasion checks. So maybe that one is what we should get our bonus in. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, Jay, we're not really using you all that much. You can take Heir of Authority. And you have good Imperium, Persuasion. Your tech use ain't bad. Maybe we'll do tech use for you. Okay, you have options. Wow, you have options. Alright. All allies affected by Word of the Emperor are healed for a certain amount of wounds. This psychic power can only be used while there is at least one ally affected by Word of the Emperor. Okay? And all allies. So if you have it on multiple people, this can be... That's interesting. Okay. Until the start of the Psyker's next turn, all allies affected by Word of the Emperor increase their deflection by a plus and armor by plus something. This psychic power can only be used... Yep, okay. So this is all just powering up Word of the Emperor, which we've already got Hammer of the Emperor, which I really like. That's the one we're most likely going to use the most anyway. What does this do? This psychic power costs 50 momentum, and can only be used when momentum is 175 or higher. Weird, okay. Until the end of combat, the weapon in the Psyker's hand is replaced by a sword made of sheer will. This sword has a single target attack and an area attack, like a two-handed sword, and can be used to release a cone of fire or line of fire like a flamer. The damage of the sword is the same as the that of Purge Soul, with the same bonuses. If the Psyker uses a force weapon, all the bonuses of the force weapon remain for the purpose of talent. I think he does have a force sword, doesn't he? We found him a force sword and gave him that. For the purposes of talents and other bonuses, the Sword of Faith counts as a force weapon. Okay. This power can be used again, increasing the damage of the sword by the Psyker's resolve. Okay, divination. Turn fortune in your favor. Why do I feel like that told me nothing about what it actually does? Extrasensory abilities and glimpsing the future. Okay. Oh, these open up trees. That's right. These open up a certain set of abilities. That's what this is. We already have Sanctic and Biomancy. Okay. Okay, what is warp speed? Until the end of combat, the target ally increases their movement points by plus that, their agility by plus agility, and their AP by +1. So they get an extra action point too. This is like a haste. And you get to choose a creature? And it's until the end of combat. That's pretty good. Alright, that one's a contender for sure. Until the end of combat, the target recovers wounds at the beginning of each of their turns and removes one toxin, stun, immobilizing, bleeding, blinding, staggering, or fatigued effect. If the target has several effects, the removed effect is selected randomly. That one's pretty good too. What's the prereq for this? Regeneration or warp speed. Target ally immediately gains an extra turn with twice the number of their normal MP and Psych or Psi rating AP. Oh, this is good. I wonder if I should work towards this. I don't know if I'll get a chance to get something in this tree again, but... Huh. I think I'm going to take warp speed. And then maybe if we do get a chance, we'll get metabolic overcharge later. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, do we just keep stacking athletics for you? Make sure that you can always get our athletics checks done. Pascal. Okay, I don't think we have this on anybody right now. What does this do? Operative removes one exploit from each enemy in a 5-cell radius around a point within 10 cells from the operative. If there is only one enemy in the area, the operative removes all explosives and all allies gain, okay. All allies gain a percentage of armor until the end of combat. If 4 or more exploits are removed, the operative gains +% damage until the end of combat. Sure, let's try it. And then for you, tech use or Medicae, I feel like. Maybe this time we do Medicae. Your tech use is already incredibly high. Okay, Adira. This psychic power only impacts creatures suffering from warp burn or burning. Everyone adjacent to the target point suffers the effects of the ignite psychic power. Okay. Target does not stop burning and no longer makes tests to stop burning. Okay. Dominate. The target must pass a willpower resistance test, or on their next turn they will spend all of their movement points to move as close as possible towards the Psyker, but they can still act as normal. Okay, but it still is kind of like a CC ability. All their MP are spent on moving towards the Psyker. At the end of their turn, the target must make the willpower resistance test again. Okay, Mind Bond. Perception, Intelligence, Willpower, or Fellowship tests using either theirs or the Psyker stats, whichever is higher at the moment. Okay, so it's a buff for your characters. Gotcha. Willpower resistance. If that test fails, the target immediately attacks its allies. Okay. Mind Rupture. Let's do it. Let's just check these ones real quick. Precog, what does that do? The Psyker's next turn is moved up by 2 turns in the round initiative. Oh yeah, and it can allow them to have 2 turns in 1 round. Gotcha. We're going to take Mind Rupture. Okay, you're good at Warp and Awareness and Logic. We're going to do Awareness. How's it going, girl? How you doing, Cassia? Alright. Let's see, what does this do again? Grants an additional MP equal to Fellowship. Target can only use movement abilities. Yep, okay. Yeah, we probably want to look at her. stuff here. I think we've taken all of the movement ones that do that damage. So I don't know if we can keep building that, but man, you have a lot of options. Zone of Fear. All creatures in a 3x3 zone must pass a willpower resistance test or immediately move out of the zone, even if they are stunned or immobilized. That one is another movement ability. So this movement triggers attacks of opportunity from the Navigator's allies that have passed the resistance test or that are outside the zone. Okay, I like the sound of that one. So we're gonna star it. We may get it, or we may, well, let's take a look at some of the others first. But I'm gonna star it. All incoming warp damage is increased. Okay. That one wouldn't be bad. I mean, so all of the... Does this count as warp damage, the stuff that we're doing when we make people move? I don't actually know if it's actually classified as that, so I'd be nervous to take that. All enemies within the area suffer a penalty to their willpower and toughness. Okay, immobilized. Those who fail, even if they are stunned or immobilized, immediately gain an extra turn where they attack their allies. Okay. So it just like makes them all go angry, and if they're close to somebody, they attack them? I mean, that could be a pretty good synergy. We pull them in with, like, Point of Curiosity, and then we Touch of Anger them? And then they just start attacking each other? Yeah, that's pretty good, too. Man, Cassie, you're broken, girl. You are broken. Spot of Apathy. The Navigator creates a circle with a 3-cell radius. Any creature that is inside it enters it or ends their turn inside. Not under the effect of the apathy. I'm going to take Touch of Anger. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Okay. Okay, you are our main party awareness check. And honestly, you're pretty damn high. Do I need to keep going down that path? Should I do something else? I mean, you're not that great at anything else, and like all of the other fellowship-based stuff is going to be done by my character, so let's just stack awareness. I feel like I've ignored the lore Imperium, Warp, and Xenos a little bit in my party, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, Argenta. Another broken character. Let's see. Dash. Entrench. Spends all AP and MP and gains a plus 30% bonus to cover efficiency. She does fine, honestly. She's got 110% dodge right now. The soldier's next burst attack will have its rate of fire doubled, but deal 25% less damage. All the shots will follow random trajectories. Yeah, I think rapid fire makes the most sense with her build. Okay. And then with you... we going demo? Yeah, let's make sure you're good at demo. Okay, Abelard. I think we have some... who's better at athletics now? Hold on. Is it you? Yeah, you're at 131. And Abelard is at 105. So he's kind of like spread his stuff around. So, or what are we doing? Carouse with you, maybe? We could do Medicae. Yeah, because you do healing. Alright, well, let's take a look at that in a minute. Alright. Warrior screams at their enemies to draw their attention. Oh, you have a bunch of stuff in your taunting thing that we were, like, wishing that we had. So let's take Taunting Scream. Becomes the priority target. Yeah. His, we've been hurting with his build a little bit because we haven't had really good opportunities to change priority targets. So we're going to take Taunting Scream. And then I think we're just going to do Medicae here. Yeah. Okay, you're Liette. You're kind of our crit sniper, right? Okay. Until the operative's next turn, allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal int bonus more damage. We've got Intimidation here. Next, non-area attack inflicts the intimidated effect on the first target hit by the attack and all enemies in a 5-cell radius around that target. Damage dealt by intimidating enemies is reduced. It's not bad. Let's do intimidation. And then tech use. Alright. That was one of the easier level ups. Once we get back into the abilities, which looks like, yeah. Or talents, that's what they're called. Got a couple things starred. That'll help us. That'll help us. We have a couple stars to, to look at. Okay, cool. Good stuff.
To what do I owe this visit?
Okay, can we talk to Yurliet? Is she over here? Let's see. She's usually over here or over here? I can't remember. That's Adira. Let's just go around and talk to everybody for just a second.
The Omniscient knows all. May.
Check and make sure people don't have new dialogues.
You are spoiling me with the Oh.
The promenade has a dedicated rest area. The velvet cushions on the bench seats look soft and comfortable. Yep, she was over here. Okay. Let's go talk to Yurliet.
Elantak, I trust your journeys were fruitful.
Okay, maybe after we do the next part of the quest, maybe she'll have some new dialogue. We'll see. We haven't found her door.
Always at your...
We haven't found her door on this planet yet.
Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
Greetings.
How's my girl Cassia?
Words cannot describe. I have enjoyed.
I'll come back to you, my Myr goddess queen. Okay. So we should have a new location on the planet, right? Orosuquetzatimer, Homunculus's laboratory. You can hear the anxiety in Adira's voice, even over the Vox connection. Lord Captain, we found it. The door is so close I can practically feel its metal handle in my hand. The voices are whispering over each other in both my ears. I can barely make out what they're saying. Please take me with you. They keep telling me I won't get another chance, and I believe them. It's now or never. What is it? Yeah, remind me, what is it you want to find there? The door, from my visions. There's something behind it, something that can help. Deal with my powers for good. I can't even find the words to express how important it is to me. And I've got plenty of words in my head right now, believe you me. Okay? We'll go there at once. Thank you, Lord Captain. I'll owe you until the day that I die. You can hold me to that. Well, Door, I'll see you soon. We will. Okay. I'm gonna pull out Abelard, bring in Heinrichs. Rest of the team will stay the same. Okay. Valancius, we're coming for your ass. Oh, I want to hurt you so bad. Let's see. Formation. You should be in the back, you should be in the front. Really doesn't matter all that much, but it's a small efficiency. Okay. So, this seems like a pretty good place for me to end this episode. So, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to see me kick Valancius' ass, which I hope we're going to get to do finally. Last time we tried to fight him, he just got to insta-kill us in a dialogue, so hopefully this time we actually get to hurt him, and I will feel very good about that. But yeah, see you in the next one. Bye. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Vlado101, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, A Happy Fat Panda, Pedo Kuto, Shadow Raven, Anna Kate the Great, Emily Kuzanoa, Philip Doughty, Timothy Jansen, Skip, Daniel, Yell, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.